Welcome to the Encouraging Cup. I'm Dr. Boomer Brown with Doing Good at Work. But today I want to talk about what really counts in life. We've been talking about these habits in your mind, that if you follow certain habits every day, that what will happen, it will change your thinking in such a way that your feelings will follow and the actions will come after them that you hope will lead you to the consequences that you want. So one of the things we talked about last time was starting out the day with an attitude of gratitude, and let that attitude grow you into a positive mindset, so that when you do encounter things that look like things you've seen before, things you didn't like before, things you did experience and it was not a good experience, that you have a tendency to complain about, that you will stop complaining, because complaining does nothing to change anything. It's just stewing without doing. So start with an attitude of gratitude, avoid complaining at all costs. And here's another habit that I'd like to introduce you to, something for you to think about. And it's this, that when you start your day out, it's important that you begin thinking about the most important things. Focus on the most important things in any situation. Take a step back, look at where you are, and focus on the most important things. See, the tendency is to drift off. Something happens, something emotes us, something startles us, something angers us. And before you know it, we're focusing on a much less insignificant thing. It really doesn't have any bearing on the importance of my life. It will not shape me into a better person. It will not lead me in a positive direction. It will not guide me to the place that I want to be. It will lead me somewhere where I am distracted. So I encourage you to focus on the most important things. And by doing that, you will minimize the insignificant. Let me give you an example. Start out in the morning, got an attitude of gratitude, you're thankful for what's going on, get in your car, going to work, and somebody cuts you off, runs a traffic light, almost hits you, does something to you in the car or the parking lot. And when that happens, all of a sudden, you are totally distracted onto something that is insignificant. That event is not going to shape your life. That event just happened. And if you think of that as an insignificant event, you recognize it as that, you call it as that, and you don't react, but you train yourself to focus on the moment and what's most important. What's most important in those moments is that I maintain sanity, that I maintain the control of my car, that I maintain good driving and do the right thing so that I live, because it is more important to live than to die in the middle of a car accident because I lost my cool. Simple example, but the truth is we oftentimes focus on insignificant things, which there are more important things in our lives. So remind yourself of what matters most. Remember, it's the little things, the unimportant things that still our joy. And come back to the focus that, hey, there is something important here in my life. How do you discern what's unimportant and what's important? The question I introduced you to. With this thing that is taking up a lot of my brain cells right now, that's causing my blood pressure to rise, that is called anger or caused me to disconnect from this relationship or situation, will it really matter in 100 years from now? You probably won't even remember it next week, let alone tomorrow, or even 15 minutes from now. Think before you react. Start with an attitude of gratitude. Avoid complaining, and make sure you focus on what matters most. Thanks for tuning in to this week's Encouraging Cup, and I look forward to seeing you next week at the same time and same place. Take care and have a great week.